Welcome back to China. Today's video is going to start by looking at something that you don't really see every day. Check that out. That is amazing. I've seen plenty of pictures online, but in person it's a lot more impressive. Wow. This thing is massive. I don't know where to go to get the best view. I'm going to cross the street here. Maybe I'll get a better view over there. I have crossed the street. There's a lot of people with professional cameras. You can get some nice pictures done. But look at that. That is just something that does not seem like it should be there. Definitely not something you see every day, right in the middle of the big city, but it is very cool. By the way, it is a Louis Vuitton store. You can go inside there. I'm not going inside because there is a huge line and I'm not lining up to go inside Louis Vuitton, not today. This area is extremely popular with tourists, but this is West Nanjing Road, and East Nanjing Road is a lot more popular. It's a lot more famous because that is where the Bund is, that is where the skyline is. But don't sleep on West Nanjing Road. It's very, very underrated. It's very, very cool. Let me give you a little pan. We're gonna go there in just a second, but there is the Louis Vuitton ship. There is the metro station. We have West Nanjing Road exit 11, line 13 is the closest. And then there's a huge shopping area here, which we are going to take a walk. But first, we're going to cross the street again because I'm going to tell you why that building is very, very special. Here we go, crossing again. The crowds are crazy. Of course, New York City does have its own special Louis Vuitton store, but that one is luggage. It looks like suitcases, but over here we have a ship. Let's get as close as we can. Let's touch it. It's so shiny. It is very, very shiny. Wow. This thing is massive. How do you build this? I have no idea, but it's very, very cool. We can see the anchor over there. People getting their pictures. They got some smaller luggage over here. This is very impressive. From the pictures that I've seen online, it doesn't even look real. And then when I'm standing here, it still doesn't look real. It's so clean. So right next to the Louis Vuitton ship is the second biggest Starbucks in the entire world. Number one is in Chicago, but number two is here in Shanghai. It is a Reserve Roastery, Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And we're gonna go inside right now. We're gonna see if we can get a cafe natia. We're gonna teach you some Chinese as well. Let's take a look. Here we go. Welcome to the second biggest Starbucks in the entire world. It smells so nice in here. And you can actually see the production over here. There they go, packing up all the beans. See all the conveyor belts up there, inside the tubes. And there's the bags. Getting packed over here. So you can see the whole production. Let's take a look upstairs. Look at this, even upstairs. You can get your coffees. I'm pretty sure they have a bar in here as well for alcohol. Got a lot of merchandise. Let me show you some of the merchandise. Are these called tumblers? I think Americans call them tumblers. A lot of cool stuff. Look at that. That is shiny. Wow. Very, very nice. Snow globe. This stuff is cool. Starbucks Reserve Roastery, West Nanjing Road. Yeah, these people have alcohol. I think they have some espresso martinis. So there is a bar in here. I don't know how many Starbucks in the world have bars inside, but over here is the coffee. Let's see some of the holiday beans. We have Indonesia, Mexico, Shanghai, and Costa Rica. Here are some of the pastries. Oh, looks delicious. Ooh, tiramisu, chocolate cake, strawberry. I want it all. And there is another bar in here. I think there's more bars than coffee counters. Again, look how massive this store is. So when you go to your local Starbucks, it is tiny compared to this one. Another big bar down here. They have souvenirs in the middle. They have a coffee bar over there. It is huge. So the menu is just way too big for me to show you everything, but here is one page, and I've decided I'm going to get the smoked butterscotch latte, 52 yuan, which is about $7.50 in US. And there is so much. There's coffees, there's teas, there's stuff from the bar. There is a lot. So let me go and order. Wow, there is a lot of people in there. I literally have a buzzer. They're gonna buzz me when my coffee's ready. They said 15 minutes, so I don't think there's many people waiting 15 minutes for their morning coffee. This is definitely not somewhere that people can come regularly because it's always very, very busy. And there's people studying in there. Why would you choose the busiest coffee shop in the whole city to study? I don't get it. Here's a question for you. Which city in the world has the most coffee shops? Is it London? Is it Rome? No, it is Shanghai, China. This city has more coffee shops than any other city in the entire world. 9,500 coffee shops. And a word of warning, Starbucks is one of the most expensive. So $7.50 US for a coffee. That is, might be cheap where you live, but it's very, very expensive here because there are so many coffee shops where you can get a $2 coffee and it's delicious. So Starbucks is definitely on the higher end. As I wait for my buzzer to buzz, I can show you the view outside again. It is 4 p.m. right now, by the way, so the crowds are prime time for a Sunday. A lot of tourists, I'm seeing a lot of foreigners, and we're going to be taking a walk along Nanjing Road when I get my butterscotch coffee. That is a smoked butterscotch latte. Let's give it a try. Here we go. My coffee knowledge is not that great. I like lattes, that's all I like. Coffee and milk, and a little bit of sugar. So let's try. Very sweet. They asked me if I wanted normal sweet or half sweet, and I chose normal sweet, and that is delicious. Very, very nice. Cheers, ganbei. Let me teach you some Chinese. So, there is actually a lot of words in English that are very, very close to Chinese. For example, coffee, in Mandarin, it is literally cafe, coffee, coffee. It is very similar. Latte, natie is latte. Pretty simple, right? Mandarin is easy. Not really. Still can't get over this view. We're gonna walk over there in just a little bit, check out more of Nanjing Road. So as I enjoy my smoked butterscotch latte, I want to say thank you so much because almost 30,000 people watched my travel video from London to Shanghai, and I appreciate it so much. I've had so many positive comments that they're excited to see what China's really like and saying good luck to me because I'm not on vacation. I'm moving in. Well, I have moved in. I have an apartment now, which I'm going to show you at the end of this video. I've been there for 2 days now. I have a job. I'm going to be teaching the 3rd grade in a primary school, and this is my life now. I'm not on vacation. I've moved in, and I'm so excited to show you China, to show you the real China, because stuff like this, maybe you didn't even know this existed. So I'm very, very happy that I can be the one to show you that. So hit subscribe if you want to see more of China with me, because I'm here to stay, and I always tell the truth. I try and show you some interesting things in places that you've never heard of before. Maybe you're never, ever gonna have the chance to come to Shanghai before. It is an incredible place. Shanghai is an incredible city. China is one of the most underrated, misunderstood places in the entire world. I've been to over 70 countries, and China is the #1 safest. The #1 safest country in the entire world that I've been to is China. People not going to believe that, but that's all right. That is the truth, and I'm very, very excited to show you more. So thank you so much for the support. I've been uploaded on Sundays, but that is going to change, of course, when I get settled. I am working full time now, but I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 uploads every single week. But at the moment, it's just going to be 1 a week, just because I literally moved in 2 days ago, working full time now, and there's so much to see. There's so many videos that I plan on filming. So I hope that you're excited to see more of Shanghai and of China. There are still so many people getting their pictures in this area. It is going to get dark pretty soon. Look at all those people. That is a lot of people, damn. So I can show you that metro station again, West Nanjing Road, exit 11. It is on line 13. And the Louis Vuitton ship and the Starbucks are right there. Very soon I'm going to be making a whole video about the Shanghai Metro because it is the best in the world. It is the best. Forget about the London Underground, forget about the New York City subway. Shanghai Metro is the best. Here we go, let's take a walk through this market here. It's going to be very, very busy, so try and film as best that I can. Smells delicious. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I love those sausages on the sticks. Ni hao, bu yao, xie xie. Got some more tea over there. Oh, skewers, look at that. That smells delicious. Ooh, octopus. I had octopus in Tokyo. These mini xiaolong baos, mini dumplings. Hello. Got some mango there. Mango is another one that is very, very similar in English and Mandarin. Mango is mango. Mango, that is the Mandarin. So I think you know more Chinese than you know. I honestly think one of the worst smells in the world is tofu. I hate tofu. Oh my gosh, it is disgusting. A lot of that stuff, I don't know what it is, but I think I saw some squids and octopuses in there. Big bacon, just big strands of bacon. Ooh, maybe we get one of these. Ooh, check these out. Ai hao. 一个猪肉，谢谢。是，猪肉。I am so disappointed in myself. So this is what I got. I got a beef one. And I said juro. Juro is pork. I should have said nioro, which is beef. So disappointed. I need to practice more. So it's basically just a flat pancake with meat inside. They are delicious. It costs 8 yuan, which is just over $1 US. Let's take a bite. Look at the meat inside there. Very nice. Yes. This one is tofu. It smells horrible. Let me know if you like tofu because I do not. There's another exit to the metro station, exit 4. We have some more food stands over here, coffee shops. I've not been in Shanghai since 2003 is the last time I was here, so I'm remembering the times that I was here, but obviously a few years ago because it's been a while. This place still has its Christmas decorations up. So if you're wondering, the decorations inside the Starbucks, it said Happy New Year. That is not for January the 1st, that is for Chinese New Year, which is actually in February. Look at that pink car. Most of the cars on the road in China are electric cars. You can tell by the license plate, if they're green, it means they are electric. You don't see many blue number plates, that means they are gas cars. So that is Nanjing Road there. If you walk 1 mile that way, you're gonna get to East Nanjing Road. If you walk another mile, you're gonna get to the Bund, which is where the skyline is. And if my memory serves me correctly, down here there should be a Tim Hortons, which is here. I already see that one. There's a KFC here. And then I think there's a Taco Bell over there. Let me see if it's still there. By the way, KFC is the #1 most popular fast food place in China. It is not McDonald's, it is KFC. They love their chicken. I don't know if the Taco Bell is still here. I don't see it. I thought it was on this street because I know there's more entrances to the metro station down these alleyways. But I don't see the Taco Bell because it used to be there. It used to be that one there, and it looks like it's gone. Which is no surprise. No surprise that Chinese people don't like Taco Bell. Food is extremely cheap in China. The only places that you're going to pay so much more is if you go to Western restaurants. So for example, McDonald's is still going to be expensive, KFC is still going to be expensive, but if you go to Chinese places, they're going to be so much cheaper. I've actually had a lot of people send me messages to say they're genuinely curious about what life is like in China. And I honestly don't know what they expect. Because this is it. It looks exactly the same as you live in your life wherever you live. Everybody's just people, they just live in different places. So I honestly don't know what you're going to be surprised about that you're going to see in my videos. Because someone said, I'm so surprised they have McDonald's in China. What? Where do you think China is? What do you think this place is? It's crazy. I don't know what people think of China, but just people living their lives, just like everywhere else, but just happen to be in a different place. I'm going to do a little scan of the street here. Remember, this is one of the most touristy places in the entire city. And what do you see? Or should I say, what don't you see? There is absolutely zero trash on the ground. The streets in China are extremely clean. It's extremely rare to see a homeless person here. It is possible. See some geese over here. This store is called Goose Island. It's a beer place. See that bakery over there? They have Happy New Year decorations. That is for Chinese New Year. So the whole of February is a holiday here in China. I will explain the bikes in another video, but let's go for a little ride. And here we go. Welcome to the ride along with Ben in Shanghai. Rule number 1 is always pay attention every single second. Do not film any videos. So this is a shared bike. You're going to see them lined up along the street. We have blue ones, we have yellow ones, and we can explore the streets of Shanghai very, very easily and very cheaply. I'm going to ride this for probably 10 minutes and it's probably going to cost me the equivalent of about 20 cents US. 20 cents. Crazy. Shanghai does have some beautiful streets. Of course, we're downtown right now. We're in the touristy areas. That guy's dressed like a dinosaur. Just a normal day in Shanghai. We are just living life in Shanghai. Just normally like everybody else around the world. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm getting nostalgia again because I've definitely been down here a few years ago. And check it out. Of course, it's winter right now, so all the leaves have gone. But in the summertime, all the trees are going to overhang the road. We have some flowers here lining the street. Again, the streets are extremely clean. You might be surprised to find that out, but they are. Got to be careful of the scooters. They are absolutely crazy. They don't follow the rules. They do whatever they want. Check out this electric vehicle on the left. You see that? It looks like a spaceship. Check that out. Tesla is very popular here, but China does have many, many, many electric car brands of their own. Let's cross this busy intersection. Tractor on the street. See on the right there you see Dolce & Gabbana. On the left you see Burberry. Like it has all the regular stores that you'd see in New York or London. No difference there. Life here is extremely different though. And that was a ride along with Ben. Should I do more of these? I plan on getting an electric scooter, a Diandongche, which I would definitely plan on doing some ride along videos because they're very, very fun. Chinese people overall, extremely friendly, extremely kind, but there is one thing I would never understand. Chinese people on average, they have such low self-awareness, like scarily low. I can't explain it, but it is scary how low the self-awareness is. All right, I think our ride along is going to end here in front of the Majestic Theatre. Let's head to the metro station and I can show you where I live. There is where I locked my bike and here is my receipt. I paid 1.5 yuan, which is 22 US cents, 22 cents. I was riding for 9 minutes and I rode 1.1 kilometers. Easy, cheap, convenient, and they're absolutely everywhere. But I have to show you this across the street. Check out those power lines. Look at that, what a mess. What a mess. Yep, China can be so far advanced in technology, but they will still have things like this. I'm heading back to West Nanjing Road metro station. And there goes a Tesla. I can teach you Tesla in Mandarin. Tesla. Tesla. Yep, it's another one that's very similar in English. Uniqlo, very, very popular here in China. That is where I got my big winter jacket. It is now 5 p.m. and it is lighting up. Like I said, very soon I will be making a full video about the Shanghai Metro, but welcome to the greatest metro system in the entire world. First of all, it has the longest track, but also take a look. Again, there is no trash, there is no homeless, there is no drunk people, there is no rats. It is extremely affordable, it's very safe, it's very reliable, and you can get anywhere in the entire city of Shanghai for about $1 US. Everybody has to go through the security check. You put your bags through the X-ray. It is very, very safe. Let's ride the Shanghai Metro. So I'm currently at West Nanjing Road, and if you ever visit Shanghai, it's very easy to use the metro system because everything is going to be in Mandarin, but also English. We're going to be taking line 13. Another cool thing about the Shanghai Metro is they have these. You're going to scan your phone, the door's going to open, whatever you take out is going to charge you on your phone. What would happen if you put this on the New York subway? What would happen if you put this on the London Underground? I think we all know what would happen. I have made it to the metro station closest to my home. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, so I will see you at home. I have made it home and I can give you the tour of my new apartment. Quick disclaimer, I've only been here for 2 days, so it's still a bit of a mess. I'm in the process of moving in, settling in, getting deliveries all the time, so let me show you around. So as you enter, we have some shoe storage in here. We have a big fridge in the kitchen. We have a lot of counter space and we have some storage up top. I do have a washing machine, which is great. Dryers are not really a thing in China. It's extremely rare that anybody has a dryer, so I'm very, very happy that I do have a washing machine. We enter into the living area. We have a sofa on the left with a table, and we have a huge counter space, which I can use for a desk. We have more storage as we enter the bedroom. There are tables on both sides of the bed, which is great. And then there is so much storage in this place. We have some wardrobes, we have more shelves, and we can enter the living room again. I can show you the bathroom, which I like very, very much. We have a sink here and we have a huge shower, which is great. That is my new home. Let's sit down for a second and let's talk. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Thank you so much for the support so far on the few videos that I filmed in China. There are so many more videos to come, and I hope that you're excited to see more. I hope that you can feel my happiness through these videos because I'm so excited to be back in China, to be back in Shanghai. I'm so excited to be a teacher again because I've not done that for a few years, and I'm very lucky that I can just step back into it, and everything has been great so far. Everything has been so good. Everything's going to plan. There's been no problems. I've started work already, which has been great. I've moved into this place, which has been so great. I'm so happy to be in this apartment. It is 5 miles away from my school, so it's super easy to get to. I'm not going to tell you how much it costs because my employer is paying for it. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm not going to tell you which metro station is closest to my home, just because I don't want anybody to know where I live. I hope that you understand that for security reasons. I don't want anybody to know where I live. I want to feel safe, and me not sharing where I live, I think, is going to keep me a little bit safer. And this is a serviced apartment, which basically means there's a front desk, there's security, like you have to go through. They have facial recognition to get inside the building, to get inside the complex. It's a huge complex, and there is actually a private park. So in the middle of there's 4 buildings here, and in the middle there's a private park with a running track. There's a gym here, massive gym that the residents can use, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy that I found this apartment so quickly. I'm so happy that I've moved in and settling in and getting deliveries and stuff. I'm not going to show you anything outside this room. I'm not going to show you the private garden. I'm not going to show you the gym because I think it's pretty recognizable. So I think if anybody is familiar with Shanghai, they could probably work out which apartment complex I live in. And of course, I don't want that. And purely for security reasons, I hope that you understand that, because I'm here to start my life again, and it's another chapter in my life, and I just want to feel safe. So I hope that you understand that. I will definitely be sharing my opinion about things that happen in my life and living in China as a foreigner, because it's definitely an interesting experience. It's been interesting so far. I've only been here for 2 weeks, and there are lots more videos to come, as I said. That is the end of today's video. Please write me a comment. I'm genuinely interested what you think about China. Maybe if you randomly clicked on this video, this is the first time you're ever seeing the streets of China, you're ever seeing a foreigner in China. I don't know. But it's an amazing place. It's an incredible place. I'm so happy to be here, like I said, and there's lots more videos coming. That's the end. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. 再见.